people who do quit will win. You will absolutely become more successful because of the ability to let go of those things that don't work in your life. I'm going to give you 3 quick reasons why quitters win. Number 1, quitters don't waste time. In other words, as soon as you recognize that something is not working for you, the quicker you give that thing up, the closer you're going to be and the faster you're going to realize your goals. I'll just give you a quick story about that. Just recently, Ringling Brothers Circus had been in business 146 years. After all that time, they had been sued by the animal rights activists. And Ringling Brothers went out of business, and the reason they went out of business is because they refused to quit using animals in the circus. The animal rights activists said that Ringling Brothers had been abusing animals, so they sued them. Ringling Brothers was tied up in court for over a decade, cost them multi-millions of dollars. Eventually, they went out of business. When they had a conversation, they asked the Ringling Brothers, why didn't you stop using animals? They said, we can't. We could not do it because animals are such an integral part of the circus. In other words, you cannot have a circus without animals. Now, we know this is not true because Cirque du Soleil is wildly successful and they never use animals in their circus acts. So this tells us something. It says that Ringling Brothers should have recognized very quickly that the animals were no longer going to be a viable part of the circus, and then they should have disengaged from the animal acts and then repurposed their organization. They didn't do it, and as a result, they're out of business. So number 1, people who quit win because they recognize that things don't work and they don't waste time. They disengage immediately. Number 2, reason why quitters win is because they know when it's time to leave a sinking ship. In other words, if you are working at a job that you hate, you're in a relationship that is toxic, maybe you have a bad habit, maybe you have a negative mentality that you want to release. If these things are going on in your life, and this is something that you're experiencing, if you are a quitter, it means that you know when to let go. You know how to quit the job that is not working for you. It's causing you stress. It's causing you burnout. You know how to get out of the relationship that is very toxic for you. So people who are quitters understand this concept. They know when it's time to leave and they disengage appropriately. The third reason why quitters win is because they try more things. If you're going to be successful, you have to do things. You're going to fail. We recognize that. But what you do is that didn't work and you reposition yourself to something else, and then you repeatedly do that over and over. And that's how you get to your success. I mean, think of it as steps. It's like a ladder. You're taking one step closer and another step to get you where you want to be. Eventually, you take enough steps and you're going to get where you get to your destination. So people who quit recognize that and they move forward in that manner.